excited, not only to be your MC, you have to deal with me for about an hour, but I'm excited because we have made history. We have made history in the history of Armenians, we have made history in the history of Homenetmen, and this is a wonderful, wonderful night. We have made history because finally Henrik Mkhitaryan joined Manchester United. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Sorry. But the funny part is that on the same day that our champions sitting to my right, they were winning the European Championship, Henrik Mkhitaryan was being transferred to Manchester United, although if he was Liverpool, it would have been much better, but we'll leave it.
I second.
Thank you. But also our A1 division, that two of our brothers here are member of that team, the A1 division, Homenetmen Arad. They also won the championship for the 41st Navasarian Games. So that was a phenomenal, yes, round of applause. For years and years, we would hear that the Republic of Armenia would have champions in wrestling, weightlifting. I told them about sumo wrestling, nobody recruited me. Their loss. I have the council here, maybe she'll take notes for next time. But it was just phenomenal that the Republic of Armenia's national men's basketball team recruited 3 of our own that are sitting here to my right, and the captain was from Homenetmen, the MVP was from Homenetmen, one of the best players was from Homenetmen, and they went, and the reason I say we made history, they went, and for the first time in the history of Armenia, we won the FIBA championships for the small countries. So, wonderful. Needless to say, in 2010, we also had 2 of our female Homenetmen athletes with the women's national basketball team, and they were the runner-up. They became second, and one of them also became the MVP during those games. Yep, 2010. But as Homenetmen goes, established in 1918, our chapter, the Masis chapter, the entire Los Angeles with all our 18 chapters, it's phenomenal to have 3 of our own go to those heights, and oftentimes we take pictures with this basketball player, that football player, that soccer player, but tonight we're taking pictures with our own Homenetmen athletes who brought the gold home, not only for Armenia, but for Homenetmen. So we thank you for that. We really do thank you for that. Later on, we'll have the chance to know them better, because they don't know, but they have to say a couple of words. Surprise. But the captain of the national team, our very own, we saw him grew in this chapter. He wasn't always that tall though. He grows that way, I grow this way. So it's a fair trade.
He was always that tall.
He was? I wasn't asking you, by the way. Thank you. Zara Zargaryan, captain of the national basketball team. He has been a Homenetmen Glendale Ara chapter member for 19 years. The other gentleman sitting closest to me, Andre Spike Makartichian, who some of you saw his jersey, it says Makartichian on the back. He is a member of Ararat for 8 years, and he was the most valuable player during the FIBA championships. And one other member sitting in the middle, one of the best players, a humble guy, beautiful soul, from our sister chapter, San Fernando Masis chapter, Mike Danielian, Homenetmen member for 7 years. So that's why I said it's such an exciting night to be here. My name is Arik Gevorkin. I'm a member of the Homenetmen Glendale chapter, and I'm a part of the marketing department. But I've been a member for the last 36 years, but never played basketball. I've always been a scout. We are delighted to have amongst us tonight our own mayor of Glendale, just returned from Korea, Mayor Paula Devine. Elaborate that last year during the sixth Pan-Armenian Games, City of Glendale, Mayor Devine, Vartan Karpetian, and the entire City Council with City Clerk, who's also with us here, Ardi Katsafian, with Community Services, with Manager Ochoa. They were instrumental in assisting us to participate at the games, and they also not only donated to the games, to our athletes, but two of them, Paula Devine and Vartan Karpetian, they came with us to Armenia on their own expense, and they spent time with our athletes and everything. So we thank you again and again. Also with us, another humble and good friend of mine, representative of the Republic of Armenia, the consulate in Los Angeles. It's actually in Glendale, but we say Los Angeles. We have Consul Armela Sargian. Armela, thank you so much for coming. We have the representative of the Homenetmen Western Regional Board, the one, the only, Kurmaro Keshishian with us. When you say Homenetmen, in Webster Dictionary, Homenetmen equals Maru. We have representatives of our sister chapter, fantastic people. They had a beautiful reception on Sunday for their first ever Eagle Scout. We have representative of our Masis chapter in San Fernando. Thank you so much for coming, all of you. With us we have our own chapter executive board and our chair lady, Rubina Manucheri. We have also executives from various divisions, whether it could be scouting, could be other divisions. So we welcome each and every one of you. And also we're very delighted that a renowned sportscaster, some of you have heard him in Armenia, some of you have heard him during the Navasadian Games, some of you have seen him in media. I think he was born to be a sportscaster. Aramayez Gharibian from Pan-Armenian TV is here with us. Thank you. He's not your regular journalist. So, without further ado, it's my pleasure to call to the podium the representative of the ARA chapter executive board, who's also a part of our committee and the liaison to the basketball division, Yakpargarian Bohoyan.
Take the wine.
It's not wine, it's cranberry juice.
Sorry, I brought my own. I feel like Ricky Gervais at the Oscars. Good evening, everyone. As Yakpar did so well to introduce me as the liaison for the basketball division at ARUT. We have close to 600-700 members in the division, so it's a big number to represent. I'd like to share a few thoughts with you tonight about what has happened to us. Normally, whenever they give me the floor, there's always a slight blinking in the back that says, the views and opinions of the speaker are his own. ARUT is not responsible for what he says. For some reason, they forgot to put that up. So, I'd like to talk about what I came to experience as a board member and my experience with the team and the three members. So, It was around Wednesday, May 25. I received a text along with all my fellow board members. It was almost in the form of a telegram, for those of you who remember. It read something like, Zare from A1 to play for Armenian national team, stop. Be at the Green Gym tonight at 9, stop. Karen, be on your best behavior, stop. How do you resist such an invitation, right? Green Gym happens to be right next door behind those doors, so, you know, we live here anyway, so it's just a matter of showing up. So upon arriving, we were given a clear picture of the situation. What was happening was the FIBA European Championship for small countries was being held in June, and Armenia was competing, which in and of itself is fantastic news when the homeland gets to compete on the international scene. And then, but that wasn't the best part, then you find out that not one, not two, but 3 Homenetmen athletes are on that team. That's when it gets awesome. So that night I knew Zare, I got to meet Mike and Andre. They were scrimmaging against the rest of the A1 team. They all stopped their game for a few minutes, long enough for a short speech. We took some pictures. Everyone was excited. Our 3 athletes for the obvious reasons, but most notably, the importance of the event was not lost on their friends and teammates. Everybody in the room understood the meaning of wearing Armenia on their chest. While the US had once had the 1992 Dream Team, it looked as though Armenia had the 2016 Yeraz team. Now, I don't know these players well. I really don't. I run into them at practice during tournaments once in a while, handshake, this and that. But I must confess, I had heard about Zare, and that kind of worried me. As I was driving back that night, I thought to myself, it just hit me, and I'm thinking, wait, is this the Zare we know about, the one who puts Dennis Rodman to shame when he gets angry? And I thought to myself, seriously, what if he goes and starts a fight on the court? I mean, this isn't Mastis against Arad, right? This is international scene, right? I mean, wars have started for less than this. So I thought to myself, ran home, Googled the tournament, and then I realized their calendar was basically, they were scheduled to play against Andorra, Moldova, Wales, and maybe Ireland. Needless to say, I was relieved. Europe's geopolitical map was safe. We could take our chances with Ireland. It's a well-known fact, Armenians don't drink Guinness anyway. So off they went. They went to that infamous tournament in Moldova, and I honestly challenge any of you except our consul to put Moldova on the map. And Facebook and YouTube kept bringing us news of their exploits. A victory here, a little loss there, followed by another win, and next thing you know, Armenia is in the playoffs, and we're scheduled to play the championship game against Andorra. Is that my cue? Oh, sorry. So, the final game took place Sunday, July 3rd. Yeah, for some of you, you wish it was the cue, huh? The final game took place July 3rd, Sunday, which coincided with the closing of the Navasartian games. The timing couldn't have been better, honestly. Armenia won, and news of the victory reached us around 11 a.m. as kids, coaches, and parents were congregating at Birmingham High School. The news spread like wildfire. Armenia had won, and 3 of the players were from Homenetmen. Nothing else mattered that day. Not even the Shant team making it to the finals instead of Mastis. Sorry, I had to throw that out there. You have no idea how much I read over this. I'm like, should I do it? Should I not do it? But wait, it gets better. It was so important that people even stopped talking about the Arad booth running out of coffee. Yes, I know. Now, on that Sunday, basically, countless athletes ranging in age from 10 to 18 came up to me, kept asking, is it true, and I quote, is it true that an Arad guy has won a gold medal at the World Championship? There's even rumors of the Mastis player being drafted by the Lakers. Sure, some exaggeration was to be expected. But when I heard that one of the players had signed a shoe contract with Nike, I knew things had gone too far. On a more serious note, and that doesn't happen too often with me, I'd like to acknowledge those who've made this possible. In preparing this speech, and I'm going a step beyond what you've done, Arik John, I took a look at our database. Zare, for instance, has been a member of Arad since January 1st, 1997. For those of you counting, that's 19 years, 6 months, and 12 days. So basically, for the last 20 years, he's worn blue and he's honed his skills in this building. But he wouldn't be the player he is today if it weren't for some people who are here tonight, his coaches, past and present. If you've had a hand in coaching any of these players, and I don't just mean Zari, please rise and be recognized. I have your names. I've invited you on purpose, so go ahead. Thank you, Dave. We never stress this enough. Coaches are the backbone of this organization, and I don't mean Arat, I mean Homenetmen. You make it possible for someone like Mike, Zari, and Andre to fulfill their dreams through hard work and dedication. To the parents of the athletes, options these days are numerous and varied. YMCA, private clubs, after-school programs. Yet you trusted Homenetmen to instill in your son the values we see on display today. To you all, we say thank you and job well done. Get a refill on this? To conclude, I'd like to address our heroes of the hour. I want to take a minute and tell you about what you have come to mean for the younger generation, the kids I coach, as well as dozens of kids I talked to that weekend. For them, the idea that someone just like them, who had once played basketball at Homenetmen, could one day end up on the Armenian national team and win a major competition was extremely inspirational and rewarding. I spoke to kids from Masis, from Ararat, from all chapters. Their eyes lit up every time they heard about your accomplishments that day. You know, mottos and mantras, they're like high school algebra. We learn them, but we always wonder when we're going to use them. Well, today is the day as far as I'm concerned. The three of you have come to epitomize the true spirit of what our organization has stood for in the past century. Bartratsir, Bartratsur. Elevate yourself and others with you. It is safe to say you have elevated yourselves. It is now time to elevate others. The legacy you're leaving behind extends well beyond gold medals and trophies. You've now become standard bearers for the next generation. Do not take this lightly, because we don't. As an executive, I join my fellow board members and I congratulate you. As a member of this organization, I add my voice to the rest of this chapter and I commend you. But most importantly, as the father of two young boys, I thank you for this example you've set for the next generation. Last name is Paul.
Wow, thank you. When you asked for all the coaches to stand up, I was already standing up. Quickly, 3 years ago, the chairman of the chapter was Tomi Garakelian, so he approached me, goes, why don't you become a D-League basketball coach? And I looked at him like today, Tomi Abrahamian, sorry. I said Garakelian? Abrahamian. And it's like what our kids say these days. I look at him, what are you saying? So I said, are you serious? He goes, yeah, you know, you've been a scout leader, you know, district leader, this and that. I said, but Tomi, I don't know nothing about basketball. My son, Tevan, knows about basketball. No, anyway. So he convinced me to go become a D-League basketball coach. And my assistant was a top-notch coach from Azatamab and also Ararat, Coach Moni. So Moni was my assistant and I was the coach. Needless to say, I couldn't tell to my son that I'm the coach because, you know. So first day on the practice, I go and get my jerseys down and say, and it looks like it goes, Bob, I said, well, I'm here to coach. He goes, oh my God. So I really don't know anything about basketball. I know they're tall, that's it, I grew up in England, so talk to me about cricket, horseback riding, rugby, that kind of stuff. So in the car, he didn't say a word. Then he said, I said, Taylor, why aren't you saying anything? He goes, Bob, what are you going to do? You're going to take us to camping? You don't know anything about basketball. So I was standing up, I felt so good. And they also gave me a cup at the end of the season. We won the games because Armenia helped me. I didn't have anything to do with it. So next, it's truly great because all three of our athletes, and the reason we call them Yechbires, it's been with us It's a title we give to our members of Homenetmen because we rose from the ashes of a genocide. And all the orphans back then, when we were gathering them for Homenetmen, in order for them not to feel different, we call them Yechbars and Kurs, brothers and sisters. So all three of our Yechbars are from the Homenetmen family. Two of them are from our Ararat chapter, and one of them is our sister chapter in San Fernando Valley. So it's my honor to call to the podium the representative of Masis Chapter Executive Board, Yechbar Steve Sarkisian, please.
Thank you, Yechbar for the announcement. I want to welcome all you guys tonight, and thank you for Ararat for having this event to honor these three who've achieved beyond what we can all imagine. But bigger than that, knowing Mike, knowing Z just a little bit, the fact that Ararat and Masis got together and played, they didn't kill each other, won a championship, is a big plus in itself, you know? that in itself is a big plus, you know? Without Ararat, there's no Masis. Without Masis, there's no Ararat. And their competitive juices flow every single time they play. They never give up. And you guys are a prime example. You guys owe it to our youth to show them, although they can't go to the NBA, go to Division I, but they can win a championship for Armenia if they just follow your footsteps. And that's the greatest thing you've achieved today, in my opinion. You've given them hope, you give them life. You inspired me and you inspired the youth that there is a goal and they can get there because you three did. And I appreciate that. Just quickly about Yechbar Mike, since I know him the most, I'll keep it very short because Yechbar covered everything I would have said. So, what separates Mike, our own Masis athlete, is his will. He's competitive, the way he competes on the court, the way he's with his teammates. It's not his athletic skill that separates him, it's his will to give 150% no matter what he does. Every time I see him play, I tell my kids, I tell all the youth, forget about how many points he scores, forget about what he does, but just see how bad he wants to play, how bad he wants to compete. Not win, but compete. And that just separates him from everybody else that I've met in our organization the past 3-4 years, and I appreciate you for that. Other than that, I want to thank all of you guys again. Thank you, Yechbar for inviting the Masis chapter, and thank you, Ararat, for having us here tonight, and I wish you all the best of luck. See you guys next Navasartel.
Thank you, Yechbar Steve. When we decided that we're coming back from Armenia, we were at Navasaryan trying to clean up last Sunday. And we wanted to truly put together an event worthy of our champions. So it's not me who invited anyone, it's our committee with the A1 Division Executive Committee. The glue that put this people together was truly Yechbar Armi Gebrahimian. Where are you, Armi? It goes because I'm in the communication. You know, in Homenetmen we get recycled. 1 year I'm a coach, the other year I'm the communications director. Next year probably I'll be the janitor. I don't know. But it's for Homenetmen. We do anything and everything for Homenetmen. So when he said, let's put it together, the excitement was in the air. So we put together this committee, and this is the result of, if you don't count the weekend, 4 days that we organized to have our champions to really realize how the community, how the Homenetmen family appreciates what they've done, because Yechbar and Yechbar Steve said it the best. You are, I know it's a huge thing on your shoulders, but I wish everyone in Homenetmen will become a role model. So because this organization is for the youth, so they can follow. And you've done a phenomenal job. You will not know, you don't know what has hit you yet, but you will. We're in the city of Glendale. We have such a supportive city council. We have a supportive city clerk. We have the city management, the community relations, and they cannot say no to us because they are one of us. So please welcome our Fantastic. Honorable Mayor of Glendale, Paula Divine.
I came down here tonight. It's the first time I've been here since I went to Armenia for the Pan-Armenian Games, so it's kind of nice to be home, see all my friends here, and let you all know that what a product you produce. This is fantastic. You know, a lot of people don't know that I was a former coach in my younger years when I was teaching. Girls, of course, and but I coached everything, and so I understand the hours, the hard work, the agony that you go through coaching athletes, winning, losing, going through challenges along the way. And I want to congratulate you. This is something that really is bigger than you know. Speaking for the city of Glendale, we are so proud of the three of you, and of course, Homenetmen, what can I say? You do a fantastic job from the top to the bottom. It's a wonderful place for kids to come, to learn life skills, just to be better people. And that's what we need in this world today. Places like this where kids can learn, that we can all get along, we can all play together, no matter what the game is, and win, and be winners. And you are all winners. So congratulations. I do have certificates for the boys, the men, actually. Well, to me, it's all relative. They're boys. So if you'll come up here, and I'll give you, and Horik is going to come up. She has a special city pin for all of you. So we have one for Zari. I'll read the last. This is for Andre, but I'm going to read this one because I believe they're all the same. Congratulations on winning first place at the 2016 FIBA European Championship for small countries. Your hard work and dedication to becoming an elite athlete is both motivational and influential. Congratulations on a job well done. Thank you for being a shining example to all. On behalf of the City of Glendale, I wish you continued success.
Next, 3 Homenetmen members. They were recruited by the Republic of Armenia's men's national basketball team. So it is appropriate to have our council from the Republic of Armenia be here today and celebrate this phenomenal victory with every one of us. Please welcome Council of Republic of Armenia, Armela Saidyan.
Բարի երեկո, Լոս Անջելեսում Հայաստանի Հանրապետության գլխավոր հյուպատոսության անունից ողջունում եմ ձեզ բոլորիդ այսօր այստեղ այս չափազանց հաճելի երեկոյի կապակցությամբ։ Շնորհակալություն եմ հայտնում կազմակերպիչներին այս գեղեցիկ երեկոն կազմակերպելու և հյուպատոսությանը հրավիրելու համար։ Ի սրտե շնորհավորում եմ բոլորիս այստեղ գտնվողներին Հայաստանի բասկետբոլի ազգային հավաքականի պատմական հաղթանակի կապակցությամբ։ Շնորհավորում եմ ազգային հավաքականին փայլուն ելույթի կապակցությամբ և Հայաստանի պատիվը բարձր պահելու համար։ Ձեր հաջողությունը նաև այն առումով է կարևոր, որ դուք ապացուցեցիք, որ հայերը կարող են նաև թիմային սպորտաձևերում հաղթանակ ունենալ։ Եվ ես այսօր այստեղ պատիվ ունեմ գլխավոր հյուպատոսության անունից ազգային հավաքականի 3 փայլուն անդամներին հանձնելու գլխավոր հյուպատոսության պատվոգրերը։ Խնդրում եմ համեցեք այստեղ։
our 7th regional camp that happens every 4 years. The competition is great, but at the end of the day, we're all servants of the community. We do a volunteerism. This is what we've learned from the people who were our leaders, and Homenetmen is a way of life for us. And absolutely, like Parkaran said, is elevate yourself and others with you. So it's appropriate to call to the podium the representative of the Western Region Board, Maro Keshishian, to make her comments. Thank you.
Բարի երեկո սիրելիներ, իբրև հայկական գազམ་ագերության ներկայացուցիչ ես բարգավորված կսկամոր հայերենը խոսիմ անպայման, հարգելի հիպատոսության ներկայացուցիչ, honorable mayor, սիրելի քաղաքապետարանի Նլանդելի քարտուղար, այսօր իսկապես մեծ պատիվ է ոնց ներկա գալը։ Գսեն թե եթե գազམ་ագերությունը զորավոր հիմերու վրա չէ դրված, շատ Kaç yapınena. Nımani dınagimı bol tahtageşin bazı bizdi kol muğaka bıkli ugerta. Yemek aygısı gazmager bütünler şadun etazın. Part mer himnativnerun voronk mer gazmager bütünü trazen zoravor himeruvra. Voron etazın hıstak arakelutun. Barsratsur. Unetazın hıstak nıbadatner mer yerdasartutunu. Vorbesi anon tastiyaradvin hayoren Եվ մեր հայրենիքի գարոդով մեծնան, մեր ատեններանի գար 20 տարիներ առաջ անկախություն արի, եւ այսօր մեր երիտասարդությունը բախտավոր է, որ Հայաստան գայցել է, իսկ առավել բախտավոր, որ մեր հայրենիքը ներկայացնեն։ Այսինքն իսկապես պատմական օր մնա այսօր, եւ մեր գեղեցիկ օրինակները Զարեհը, Մայկը եւ Անդրեն են։ Իսկապես հբարն ենք մենք ցեզմով, ես Զարեհին գիտեմ խաղերուն մեջ եմ, սեղբայրներուն ծանոթ չեմ, բայց այսօր ուրախ եմ եւ հբարդ եմ որ ցեզի հետ են եւ շրջանային վարչությունը այսօր ցեզի ոչ սերտիֆիկետ ունի դալի ոչ ալ նվերներ ունի դալի դու Homenetmenին պիտի դա Homenetmene ցեզի պիտի չդա նա ոչած կնեք դու մեր բադիրը մենք ցեզ օբիդի հբարդանա եւ ինչու՞ չէ օրմնալ at միջազգային խումբերը պիտի բերեքով Եվ մեր Ամերիկայի մեջ հաղթանակներ միդարձանատներ Հայաստանի անունով։ Իսկապես հվարդենք, շնորհավորեմ ձեզ եւ կմաղթեմ ավելի բարձր միջազգային մրցումներով հաղթանակ եւ ինչու՞ չէ, այսինքն Lakers-ը ձեզ մեր առավել բանը չունի։ Գնալ շատ լավ խաղերով ներկայանալ։ Հիմա կապալեցեք իրենց, ես եմ որ հայ եք եւ հայերեն եք ումաս լնալ։ That's great. You supposed to make love it. Yes, I thought before you must learn Armenian. You must learn. Okay, ստապես այսօր բադիվե, բարի նպատակներով եկած ենք եւ այսօր ես հմար կամքով դու երտամ, որ իսկապես 3 հիանալի երիտասարդներու մոդեն ծանոթացանք, որոնք մեր բադիվը բարձր բերին ոչ միայն Homenetmeni անով, այլ մեր հայրենիքի անով։ Այսինքն աննկարագրելի իրողություն ունենք։ Շնորհավորեմ ձեզ եւ ավելին կցանկանամ։ Բարի։
So what basically Kurmaro said, loosely, regional has nothing to give you, you have everything to give to Homenetmen, so please each one of you write $5,000 check. But it's so true what Kurmaro said, that in Homenetmen, we do everything for the kids. In return, we expect nothing, just absolutely nothing. To work in this organization is an honor. To truly be an integral part of the Armenian American community, it's an honor. Tonight we're honoring 3 of our own, but we have a lot to give Homenetmen because Homenetmen has given us a lot. So, here I would like to, before introducing the next speaker, as you know, Homenetmen Ara chapter is the largest Homenetmen chapter around the world with 104 chapters in all corners of the world. And we have the largest basketball program in the United States. And it's just phenomenal coaches, leaders that day and night, they truly cost them their lives. They give out of their pocket, they sacrifice their families for the goodness of our youth and our children. And there is one reason that we do it, because somebody did it for us. Somebody took that time to held our hand. In my case, growing up alone in England, somebody took the time to introduce me to Homenetmen. And I didn't turn out that bad with that. So our A division, we have different divisions. We have the basketball, we have the general athletics, we have the scouts, we have the cultural, we have the programming, and we have our alumni, Yeretsagan, together with the donor drive and fundraising. And we've been going strong in the case of our chapter for 38 years. In 2 years, we'll be celebrating our 40th year. And oh boy, it's been a fun full year. And the people that truly have come and gone through our ranks today are respectable, successful individuals in every single industry amongst us, and they really don't hesitate anytime that we reach out to them for any help. And as you can see, today's event was put together in 4 days, and we needed some sponsors, so nobody absolutely said no to us. And we thank the sponsors which are on the program on this side. And these are all our members. These are all people that we are blessed to have around, amongst us. So thank you. Again, if like Kumaro said, it's something that you could give back to Homenetmen. Thank you for all the sponsors that covered our expenses tonight. We thank you for it. So the A1 division, the execs, every division has an executive body, executive committee that puts together annual programs. And the executive body of A1 division, they were all players at some time. They still play, the brotherhood, the camaraderie within them is phenomenal. Whoever is here is from A division. Just stand up for a second so we see how many are you here. The players, the coaches, the execs, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. So, without further ado, it's my pleasure to call to the podium Armen Zadurian. You don't have to make it short. It's okay. I'm running a little machine. Don't worry. Come on. Armen Zadurian.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you for all of you for attending tonight. As Zarig mentioned, it was a last-minute kind of event for us to put together. And Sunday, when we found out that won the championship, there was a lot of excitement, and we wanted to find a way to recognize that accomplishment that you guys had achieved. And on Sunday, we came together with the executive board, Armik, and A Division Basketball Committee to do something. And Monday morning, Armik was already texting me, what are we doing? We have to meet. So he was really excited about it. And I think the excitement was clearly amongst everybody. And the reason why we're so excited is because you guys have made us proud and you've given us joy. As Armenians, as Homenetmen members, seeing within our ranks to rise up and represent our country, it's great joy for us. And the reason why I'm standing here and volunteering my time is because I find it important to give back to the community along with the rest of the community members and volunteers. And I hope you find that within you to give back to Homenetmen, to the community, to share your knowledge you've gained through your experience, both basketball and life, and to share it with our youth and to teach them what is the right way to proceed, both on the basketball floor and outside. So without much to say, besides that, we're really proud of you. Thank you again for your accomplishment. And we have a few certificates that I would like to hand out, but before that, I would like to invite the A Division Basketball board to come up along with Armik. And I have to thank Arik and Sevad standing over there on his phone. probably do some promotional thing. That we came together and really, put this together last minute. So I'm not forgetting all the names. But
Chapter, our chairman.
Lumina, of course, Barin, everyone. So,
So the certificate is going to read, Certificate of Recognition, Faraz Argarian, in recognition of representing Armenia as team captain and achieving victory in the 2016 FIBA European Championship for small countries. Homenetmen Glendale Ara Chapter, July 13, 2000.
Hold on.
The next certification is for recognition of Mike Danielian in recognition of representing Armenia and achieving victory in 2016 FIBA European Championship for small countries. Homenetmen Glendale Ara Chapter.
One more. Na first league. Edwin.
And finally, for MVP, Andres Fight Mkatician, Certificate of Recognition, in recognition of being selected as tournament MVP while representing Armenia and achieving victory in 2016 FIBA European Championship for small countries. Homenetmen Glendale Ara, chapter, July 13, 2016.
Awesome.
Let's put them in the middle and have it.
They should be in the back.
So we have come to that golden moment that we will have each of our champions reflect on their experience as being the integral part of the Armenian national basketball team. So, who wants to go first? Andre!
Várias vezes em especial. How's everybody doing? First off, I want to say thank you guys, everybody, for coming out and supporting us throughout this whole thing. I don't think myself and these two guys right here realize how big this was, but we're just not realizing how big of a deal this was. And first off, I just want to say thank you guys so much, because without all the support and help and and all the congratulating, we wouldn't be here today. Or even it helps me compete at a high level when I see everyone behind me supporting me, who loves us and just supporting us every day. And I get text messages from a lot of the guys here and coaches and just everybody all around, just giving us so much support. And I had a really good time out there. It was the best time of my life. It was my second time visiting Armenia, but the first time it was kind of rough on me because I understood, but not as much. But now I understand a lot. You guys can have a private conversation with me. I'm not going to do it right here, but I'm a little nervous. But you guys can have a private conversation with me if you want to hear me speak, so I can do that. Other than that, everything else was good. I really appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I just had the best time, and I'm going to pass the torch down to the younger kids, and hopefully I can play with them still, because I'm not too old myself. So hopefully I'll still be playing in this, Pan-Armenian games coming up, and also Navarrete games when I'm done with my college stuff, and also go to the Olympics and play for Armenia, as not for small countries, but we're a big country now after that appearance. So.
Wonderful. That's my mind.
I just want to start off by thanking everybody for the support. It was truly unbelievable, the amount of support that we were getting from here, back in Armenia, all over the world. I'm very honored and privileged to be a part of the team. This has been in the works for the past couple of years. Me and Dara know since 2010-11, so to finally happen, it was kind of a surreal moment. I didn't actually believe it was going to happen until I actually did. I had the plane tickets and we were on the airplane flying over there. But it happened. To put on that jersey was just unbelievable. I didn't picture it to be as big as it was. After we won the championship and we went back to Armenia, just being greeted by all the people, the amounts of messages that we received, I know they can attest to it. My Facebook has been blowing up with millions of messages and friend requests, and it's been all over the world with Armenian kids, whether it's from Egypt, Armenia, Moscow, everywhere. And I'm just excited to see what basketball holds in the future for Armenia. Whether it's Armenian kids or kids here just growing up, I think we have a strong potential to do well. And I'm really privileged to be a part of the history books. We're the first team, so down the line when we do make the Olympics, we'll go down in the history books to be part of the first 12 guys to be on the team. And again, I just want to thank everybody for the support that you guys showed us.
And the captain, who, with the national basketball team, they rose to where we really did not believe, we didn't expect. We knew they were good, but it went down the history for Armenia and for Homenetmen. Please give it up for the captain of the basketball national team, Zara Zargarian. I give it a check.
Just like the other guys, first and foremost, I want to thank everyone that took off their busy time in the week to come by, support us. I don't know where to start. I mean, I'm looking at all the faces here, and this is like a wow moment for me. I don't know what to say. I mean, from all the way back there, from my first coach ever at Arat and my current coach sitting on the same table still, that's truly amazing. Coach Andre Pasha has been a big influence on my life. He taught me what it takes to compete, how to be a winner. My boys over here, my A1 guys, I mean, I couldn't do it without any of you guys. You guys have pushed me, you guys have grown with you guys, and so where's Baran Husik? Baran Husik, I remember Baran Husik in 1997 on Broadway, walking in on Broadway, and he had his big cell phone and greeting all of us until today, to see him here supporting us with the Armenian team. That's truly amazing. I don't know what to say, honestly, I'm speechless. The experience we had, we were 3 individuals, May 31st, we set on a flight, we didn't expect anything, but we got there, we landed, and then they said your coach isn't here, and then me and Mike looked at each other like, oh man, this is really happening again, and they said he'll be here in a few days. So we got together, we practiced twice a day, and a lot of people didn't see what happened behind the scenes. We did practice twice a day. We ate pasta with no sauce. We had cold breakfast, but it didn't matter. At the end of the day, we knew what we were there for. We knew we were there for the future of the kids in Armenia and Homenetmen. So personally, to Homenetmen, I've been a member since '97. There's no other reason why I wouldn't be a member. To my dying days. We're looking forward to giving back to the community, being at every Novice Sergeant game, whether we're playing, coaching, or being part of the administration. We'll definitely do our part of giving back. Just the appreciation we got, it'll be selfish of us not to give back. And I want to thank every single one of you guys for coming out today, and we're going to continue to raise high. I'm Aura till I die. We'll be cool, baby. Thank you guys for everything.
Any questions from our champions? Any questions? I knew you had it. Go for it. Okay, if you come next.
So I want to know how Aura prepares you guys for the championship because you were here Monday when they were scrimmaging. Give us an idea of how Aura team prepares you to win the championship.
Well, your competitive spirit and you guys beating us. We would lose to you guys. I mean, R1 is a prime example of champions. So for us to come out and go against the best competition in Armenians, that definitely prepared us, gave us kind of chemistry, pushed us, made us realize just because it's us three, we need another two to make a complete team. You know, because we had, I don't know who we have, but our best players with us. So it was pretty much 5-on-3, so we realized that we need another two to make a complete championship team.
Question.
Go ahead, Armin.
We saw some pictures when you entered the Yerevan airport. I want you to share with us all three the feeling, the excitement, that how they came and welcomed. We could tell from the pictures, but I'm sure there is much more than what we saw in the pictures.
I'll answer first since these guys came after, they're looking for their bags.
We still don't have our bags.
I told you to bring one. First off, when I got off the airplane, I didn't expect, honestly, at 3 in the morning for all those people to be there at all. I didn't expect that, let alone the whole local news and all those cameras. So getting off the plane, it was so surreal. I was so tired off the plane, and right after the championship game, the next day we stayed. So getting off that plane, it was really welcoming and shocking to see all those people there. And all the questions were being asked and everyone congratulating us. It was so surreal, so great. I wish all of you guys could be there, honestly. But I don't even know what else to say. It was just really great. It was really great to see off the plane.
I think the first thing I already kind of said how we felt. Me and Z were pissed off. We lost our luggage, but as soon as we, exit the terminal and walking forward, and we hear the drums playing, it that's when it hit us. Like, we did something special, and we didn't realize how big it was till that actual moment walking in. They're playing music. There's so many people greeting us, but it was just an unbelievable feeling that we were able to, do it for our country, not for, ourselves, but for the country, just for everybody. So it was just an unbelievable, moment for us.
Me too, I was pissed. I was super pissed. When the music went on, I thought Andre's wedding was coming up. But yeah, it was a surreal moment. I mean, to have that many people there at 3 a.m., that just shows the dedication they had. And hopefully we rubbed off in the same way they rubbed off on us.
Questions, please ask.
Go ahead. You are the teammates in Armenia.
Going into it, we kind of knew some of the guys because we played against them in the Pan-Armenia game, so we didn't, expect much as far as relationship-wise. But in the beginning, we were kind of, some of them didn't speak English, they spoke Russian, some of them didn't speak Armenian, so it's kind of a little bit hard in the beginning. But I think by the end of it, we all made, great relationships. We had tremendous stories, and it was, the ultimate, bonding experience is winning. So I think winning just brought all of us closer together. But, we made friends for life. We're all going to be, go down in history books together, all 12 of us, and they're all good guys too.
We had one center that was a forward, Brian Dunstan. He was amazing. I don't know what else to say about him. He's actually a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year in Europe. So he's a big-time guy, and for Armenia to be able to go out there and get a guy like that come represent us, that takes a lot of work on their end. It's not easy to get a multi-million-dollar NBA caliber player to come out and play for your country and just do it for others. Not knowing anyone. When he landed in Armenia, he had no idea what was going on. He had no idea what was going on. We brought 2 beds, we put it together, made it one for him because it was too big. And he asked if there was like queen size beds, and I just said, don't ask questions, just keep going along. And for him to come as a non-Armenian And to have that passion after we lost our second game, he was the one that came and brought everyone together and made sure, we're here for our country, not for ourselves. So, and he was head and shoulders better than anyone out there. And we needed him, definitely. So Brian Dunstan is a true Armenian.
Questions? Go ahead.
After losing that first game to Andorra and then playing again in Milan, how did that approach that game? Look at the first game and how that affected you mentally and how did you guys feel before you that game started?
Well, we seen them in the hotel, laughing and smiling after they beat us. So, I'm sure we weren't happy about that at all. Every time, because the hotel had no Wi-Fi in the room, so we're all the players were together downstairs in the lobby. So we see those guys all the time, and we just after we won that Ireland game, they were warming up on the floor. I looked at one of them, gave him those eyes, So we were just all ready for them, because they were just laughing at us, and we got embarrassed, and we felt like we should have went undefeated in that whole thing. But I think that loss was a really good thing for us, to be honest. So. It doesn't look like we can just be undefeated and with a great team, because we were feeling ourselves a little bit, but I'm glad we got the revenge on them.
I think that first loss really brought the whole team closer together. Like you said, we're a little overconfident, going into it, we thought we were going to beat every team by a certain amount of points, but that loss, really brought all of us together. We brought everyone closer together, and the second time around, we knew we had to come ready to play, or else we were going to lose in the championship. And there's no way that was going to happen.
Quick note, our federation president came up to us before the game because they had booked our flights at 1 a.m. on July 4th, and the championship game was July 3rd, 8:30. So I don't know if they were expecting us to be in the game or not, but he came up to us and said, no pressure, but we have tickets to Armenia, so you better win.
Any other questions? Right. Right.
Do you guys have any communication with the younger squad that's currently there? How they're doing with that? There isn't much known. What is your prediction for how they're doing?
Yes, I do have communication with a couple of the guys I went to high school with. One of them, Richard Elmoyan, I went to high school with him. He's a very good young player. We scrimmaged them actually when we were over there, and they're a really good team. And they just got somebody from UConn. Tall center, so I think they're getting the pieces together, and they have a really good coaching staff, so I think they'll be all right. As soon as they're seeing us win, it gives them a lot more confidence.
They're already over there. It's July 15th, I think it starts.
Friday morning.
But their group there is no small countries for under 20, so they're in a group with Greece and Russia and all those guys, so their competition is pretty big.
Go ahead.
I was in Armenia watching your game, the last two games, and I was wondering how the coach was communicating with you, because I didn't know if he was talking to you in Armenian, in Russian, in English. How was he communicating?
The coach was most of the time communicating to us in English, but some of the players didn't understand English, so our assistant coach would communicate in Russian to them. So it was pretty easy, but once you play basketball, basketball is everybody knows how to play, so it was kind of easy when we got on the court, but most of the practices were in English. Coach was communicating to us in English.
Go ahead.
As a follow-up to Henry's remarks about the U20 or the U18?
U20.
Correct. What I gather in respect with our others from Massachusetts, we currently have members from Pasadena, Alabama, and on that squad. I'm working on people, so we're good with there. But it's there. The next generation is ready and it's working and
Yeah, I think we have 2 guys from Mossie's.
2 guys from Mossie's, yeah.
From Mossie's, one from Pasadena, Alabama, so fantastic.
All right. Any other questions? One more. Go ahead.
Not you. Yeah, this guy goes. He was just one for the world.
Number 14, he didn't really play much. Number 14, Costa.
I don't know if you guys are watching the celebrations after we won, because some of the channels weren't showing some of the live links. But we're celebrating, and this guy has a basketball, and he's shooting around on the side court while we're celebrating the win. But we had a lot of good teammates. It was, everybody was cool and everybody was down to earth, and we all, were friendly with each other.
Army?
So now that we won, what's the next as far as what can we participate in the future years? Do you have any plans?
Currently, right now, they're actually trying to start a club team in Armenia. I'll be playing in the Russian Super League. So what they're going to try to do from that is have 6 of the players from the national team participate and pay them just like how they'll be on any other club team in Europe. But the main goal for the national team is to participate in the European Cup qualifications next year, which will be the top 24 European teams. I think it's 37 teams participating. And honestly, I think we have a good chance because especially the bottom half of that 37 are teams that we can easily beat. The top teams are Spain and France and Italy, but the bottom ones are like the Andorras and the Ireland and stuff. And those are teams I believe we have confident. We still have pieces here that we could put on that team. So the product we saw out there in Armenia, I don't think you'll see some of those guys back. I think you'll see more of the American guys, because they did see the impact we had as Americans on the national team, and that plays a big role for them. And I honestly think that there will be a lot more Americans that'll be going out for the next tournament out there. Probably in the summer again, hopefully after Noma starts.
2 more questions. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You guys won this.
Yeah.
So are you guys going to, how does that work?
If you leave it up to our president, he's so pumped up he wants to go to A. But B, I'm not quite sure. I just know the next step right now is for the European qualification.
Did you automatically get from
Yeah, we already got a bid into the qualification, so we're in those games for sure.
Got any idea where Andorra is?
Andorra, they're probably still crying.
Where are they?
Oh, they're on It's right beneath Spain, right? It's right by Spain. Yeah, because they were talking to us in Spanish. And by the way, my black eye was against Andorra. I didn't get into any fight. Nothing.
All right, now we know. One last question. Go ahead.
I just want to know how the practice is, because I know, especially for me and Mike, getting with those Moscow guys in situation in Armenia, getting into practices, how what was it like? You guys kind of going at each other, was it friendly from the beginning, or did you guys have to take those extra steps to make the team come close together?
No, it wasn't. It was at the beginning. It was weird because, as Americans, we want everything our way, and so we're the first 5 days. It was like kind of trying to prove them that, listen, we're setting the tone. It's going to be a kind of our way, and we'll go to eat. Well, when we go to eat at lunch, it'll be separated between the American table, the Russian table, kind of like A1, A2, So in the beginning, it was kind of tough, and then I think instead of like going at each other, like going back and forth with each other, we let our game do the talking, and then in practice we were just pounding on them and just making them realize that, that you guys need to know that we have a bigger role, and just not because we want a bigger role, just because we're working hard for it. And I think our game did all the talking on the court. And then as far as the practices, the morning one was easy. It was a shoot around, and the night one was where we'll learn how to play with each other, do our offense, defense, and all that transition stuff.
I also think practicing in Mika's gym was definitely a blessing, because the other gym we played in was a lot better than Mika's gym. So just like, how Mika's gym is really hot.
No AC.
No AC anywhere. So we were struggling over there, but then when we got to Roma, it was great.
Also, we need to thank the Iranian national team.
Oh my goodness.
They're under 20, and their Iranian national team B team came down to Armenia to scrimmage us, and they helped us tremendously. I mean, those 2 games we played them, it was like Mossy Aura fighting. It was war. They were hitting us and they were just cussing us out and just like, and it was only a friendly. I don't know what they were saying, but their tone was really aggressive. So they helped us, and then the Mika gym he's correct. I mean, there was no AC, nothing, you're suffocating, and then you got spectators coming to watch a game and they're smoking in there, so it's nice. So when we went to Moldova, we had AC, it was like we were just flying on the court. So if anyone could relay it to the national team, Army, for Iranian national team, we want to thank them because they helped us a lot.
Lastly, I want to say I've been a part of Homenetmen for a while, and I continue to be a member here for a while, and playing with the A1 boys, and I'm definitely looking forward to being a member here for the rest of my life, and I'm going to get back to the community as well. Why not? You know, I love it here, and this is where I grew up playing. And I also want to thank Coach BJ as my first coach here.
There you have our champion. So, we're right on schedule. We'll have the opportunity for the groups or the execs or the friends and the family to take pictures with our champions. But before that, I need to also thank the organizing committee, particularly the communication, the PR department. Thank you for everything. Ara, he always takes the picture, but he's never in any of the pictures. He really archives everything that we do at Homenetmen Glendale chapter. Armenia Abrahamian, as I said, he brought everybody together. Armen Zarurian, Edwin Najarian. Edwin, being an engineer, anything that we had to do, he had to measure to make sure nothing falls down. Oh boy, I feel sorry for the wife. But anyway, Sarah Maroyan, Sarah, thank you so much. Another person that truly, that's a blessing. I've also seen her within the ranks of scouting, and now she's a beautiful mother and also an exec, Rubina Oshagyan. Rubina, thank you so much for everything. And the one and only, there's only one Baran Bogoyan, so we don't know introduction. Thank you, everyone. Please stay around, mingle. There are plenty of beverages, and take pictures with our champion. Once again, on behalf of the chapter executive board, the Homenetmen Glendale chapter, and everyone that came out during the week to truly in a celebration of our achievements, not only for the Armenian national basketball team, but for the greater Homenetmen. And it's such an inspiration to have these three